I'm Bree, and this is TJ. In 2017, we decided to break away from the norm and travel the US in our custom 4x4 van and Airstream. We loaded up our two dogs, Madly and Brody, and hit the road. We quickly realized life on the road is full of surprises, and our name-embracing detours fit our new life perfectly. Please subscribe and welcome to the adventure. Hey strangers!
Hey there.
It's been a while. Sorry we disappeared on you guys. Ironically, the last video we put out on YouTube, we talked about how we were worried about going back home and getting kind of sucked into our old lives, and then we just dropped off the planet. But we're back.
Yes, fortunately that didn't happen.
No, but we hadn't been home in 2 years, and so we just took a break and took some time to spend some good quality time with our friends and family back home. We wanted to shoot this video to kind of give you guys a bit of an update on what we've been up to and also what we've got coming up for this year. Other than just spending time with friends and family, we did have a few kind of noteworthy things happen while we were back in our hometown of Ocala, Florida for the winter. We had a COVID scare.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Not fun at all.
Not fun. That was sarcasm if you didn't catch that. So we mooch docked on our friend's property for the winter, and we spent every day with this family. I mean, we were living literally in their backyard. On Christmas Day, he came down feeling sick, and he immediately went and got tested and tested positive for COVID.
Yep.
When we were traveling, ironically enough, it seemed much easier to stay safe and away from COVID when we were on the road, because we don't know anybody really on the road. So even when we go out and do things, it's just the two of us, and we are able to, stay away from other people. But when we came back home, our friends' kids are going to school, everybody around us is going to work and interacting with coworkers all day, and so it
our risk of being infected was much higher.
But thankfully, nobody else other than our friend got it. No. It was kind of scary there for a while.
It was scary to watch him go through what he had to go through, and thankfully, he's fine. He's not having any effects or ill effects from it.
Long
and made
term.
It through.
Right.
And like Bree said, none of us got it. So.
But it was definitely a scary moment and something that kind of just consumed us for several weeks. On a lighter note, we got to save a baby calf.
Yes.
That was fun, for real.
Our friend's property where we were staying, they have 10 acres and they have cattle there.
Yeah.
And one of the calves was born, and the mother wasn't able to nurse.
So we swooped in and saved the day.
Yep.
Meet Willie. Hey, Willie. Hi, bud. What you doing? Hey, little guy. You're so cute. Oh, I love him.
I will name him George, and I will hug him and pet him and squeeze him.
So, we're trading in the Airstream for a toy hauler and bringing Willie on the road with us. Look at how cute he is. Willie's story is that his mama has deformed udders and wasn't able to feed him. And we noticed him out in the field here at our friend's house and saw that he wasn't doing well. So we took action. We went to the feed store and bought a bottle and some colostrum and some milk replacer and caught him and built this pen for him, and we've been nursing him back to health. Happy to say he's doing very, very well. He is so cute. One day I'm gonna have a farm with bottle-fed calves and goats and grow lavender. And we'll still live in the Airstream because we're perfectly happy in the Airstream, but I need some baby cows in my life. You guys know how much I love animals. I almost stole that baby goat from that harvest toast in Kansas. I need a goat. Look at how cute. And I was on the verge of trading in the Airstream for a toy hauler so that we could throw Willie, the calf, into the back and bring him on the road with us. He was so cute.
It was pretty cute.
Yeah, and I'm happy to say that he's doing super well.
Yes.
So now on a less happy note, we've been dealing with some health issues with Madly. What are we doing this morning?
Making sure our girl is okay. Make it happen.
Madly, remember that promise that you were going to live forever? We need that to happen. So since we've been back in Florida, Madly has been having some breathing issues. Her breathing is really raspy. There's just something going on. So I've made an appointment with the University of Florida Animal Hospital, and we're headed up this morning to get her evaluated. We got our Madly back. It was a long day at the vet full of lots of tests. The oral exam did show that her larynx is not performing as it should. So as we suspected, she likely has the start of laryngeal paralysis. So pretty self-explanatory. The larynx becomes paralyzed. So your larynx opens to allow oxygen into your lungs and then closes when you eat or drink to keep food and water out of your lungs. Well, her larynx is becoming paralyzed. So when she exerts herself, whether it's through getting excited, which good luck trying to keep a Brittany from being excited, or through exercise, which she loves to run, she starts struggling to get enough oxygen. That's been extremely difficult and has really consumed us since the start of the year.
Right. It's been an ongoing thing since we took her to the vet. It's been kind of nonstop, really. But we're making
inroads.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're making strides to get her better.
So what that means is in April, we are seeing a vet in Pennsylvania that specializes in a certain type of surgery that is going to open up her airway and allow her to breathe again. She is 12 years old. Obviously, she's getting older, but she's in great health.
It's just this one thing that's kind of holding her back. So if we can get it fixed, we can keep moving forward.
Got to get up to Pennsylvania and get her taken care of. But that kind of leads us into, what does our year look like? What does the rest of our year look like? So our plan has always been this year to explore New England.
Yes.
To get up into the Northeast.
Right.
But it is going to look a little different this year. If I have so much to share, I don't even know where to begin. I've had so much trepidation about this year.
Which Bree rarely, she worries about anything.
Right, exactly. I'm not the worrier in the family. This guy does it enough for both of us. But I couldn't shake this anxious feeling about this coming year of travel. I mean, obviously Madly's issues were weighing us down a lot. But beyond just that, there's been an RV boom. RVing has gone absolutely crazy. And we're super happy that people are out exploring.
It's amazing. But campgrounds are busier than we've ever seen them.
Yeah, and add to that the fact that we want to go up to the Northeast, which is a super popular and super expensive place with nowhere near the opportunities to free camp, free public lands. Just all of that has sort of been, I don't know, it's just been causing me a lot of anxiety, and that is very much unlike me. We love to be spontaneous. Yes. We don't like to plan ahead. That's just not our style. Everybody does things differently. I know plenty of people that thrive and do well with planning ahead. But I literally sat down to try to plan this year, and I immediately got grumpy trying to do it. I hate it. So the idea of losing that spontaneity was a whole other thing giving me anxiety.
So that brings us to the next thing.
Yes, so I was browsing a RV Facebook group. I saw a post, Vermont campground looking for manager, and my first reaction was, that sounds interesting. I love Vermont. But no, we're not ready to come off the road. We don't want to be stationary.
Right.
So I went on my day, and I kept coming back to it. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I warmed to the idea. The more I thought about it, the more I realized this resolves a lot of those concerns that I've been having. Number one, madly, the thought of being able to get established at a vet is priceless. I mean, honestly, full-time travel with animals, we've done it for 3 years, we've not had trouble, but once your animals start to get sickly, things change. And I can't tell you how many different vets we've seen over these 3 years on the road, and we've been very fortunate that we've had all positive experiences. But once you start dealing with a serious issue like we're dealing with now with this little one
and having to get her vet records sent from multiple places instead of just one vet that we use all the time.
Right. That was the first like check for us. The next thing was a chance to make some money.
Never a bad thing.
Never a bad thing. All we've been doing is pulling money out of our savings.
Right.
So probably the number one question we get from people is, how do we afford to do this? And our kind of stock response has always been, we're not retired, we're just not working at the moment.
Right.
So, you know, as much as it pains me to admit, I'm not an oil heiress. We are not independently wealthy. We planned, we saved, and we took a little midlife hiatus. But we are now to the point where it would be nice to actually start adding to our bank account instead of subtracting from it. And this job opportunity gives us the chance to do that. Right. And then also, we'd be extremely unhappy if we weren't able to still get out and explore.
The Northeast is so compact, the states are so small, that within a few hours you can be just about anywhere you want to be up there. So, you know, being in Vermont for this season just kind of made sense to us that, hey, this is where we wanted to go anyway.
Right.
This job is going to allow us some time to do that, and we can still shoot videos, and we can still go travel to places we want to see, and I think it's just going to be good all around. After
spending quite a bit of time, we didn't just jump into this, but after spending quite a bit of time analyzing the pros and cons, we decided, you know, this is definitely worth a shot. So I went ahead and I applied for the job, and I got the position. So you are now speaking to the manager of a campground in Vermont. So my initial reaction to this whole situation was that coming off of the road made us failures. But I did a lot of soul searching and came to the conclusion that everything works out the way it's meant to, and that this is actually...
This is our next detour.
Exactly.
And we're kind of excited about it, if we're honest. I mean, I think this is going to be good for us, and I think it's also going to be good to show you guys, you know, that maybe aren't retired and are looking to do something similar, that there are other possibilities and other ways that you can continue on living this type of lifestyle.
Exactly. Our channel will continue. I'm sure it's going to look a little different.
I think it'll be a lot of the same with a little twist.
Our plan is that on days off, we still get out, we still explore all of the amazing things that New England has to offer, and we're going to take you guys along on those adventures with us. But like TJ mentioned, I think that it's going to give you a more realistic view of how non-retired folks can live this lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, don't do that on camera. Jeez. I've been worried about this as well, because I feel like some of you might be disappointed in us, but this is what we need right now. You know,
and I think if you hang in and stick with us, you'll see that it's all going to be okay.
It's all going to be okay.
That's usually what Bree tells me when I'm worrying about stuff, so
right, exactly.
I'm just passing it out.
Yep, so we thank you guys so much for being here and your patience with us
and your support. I mean, so many people have reached out to us in the last, so we haven't had a video now in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and so many people have reached out and said, hey, are you guys okay? You know, we're worried about you.
The amount of love we have received in our absence has been...
it's been overwhelming, really.
It really has. You guys are amazing. Thank you for worrying about us and caring about us. We are well. We have had a lot going on, but we're excited about the future.
Yes, and we're back. We're on the road, we're filming, and we're going to be putting videos out. So
exactly.
Thanks for hanging in with us, and
we'll see you guys soon.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.